All right. Truck Stop Mixtape Bowie Night. Giovanni here. Thank you for joining us. Right now, I have a very special treat. There's, as you've seen so far, I've been playing some really cool covers from people, covers of Bowie. And just yesterday, for his birthday, the band VIKINGO released their version of Space Oddity. And I'm getting a chance to talk to them right now about it. Let me introduce them all individually. Here we go. We got Daniel, Sejo, Chris, and special guest Nicole Haddad. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
God.
Happy birthday to Bowie, and congratulations on the video you guys made for Space Oddity. So I guess we should talk about that right away. What was the impetus? What was the inspiration behind doing that cover?
Well, it all started. It actually all started the day Bowie died. I woke up to like the very sad news, and I told Andreas, the guy who's not here today, like, hey, I want to go into the studio and record a Bowie cover just because I want to record a Bowie cover. I had no real plans for it. Just kind of went like this and just went for it, you know. And so I got to the studio. I sat down on the piano and started playing the chords for the song. It took me 4 hours to record the chords because that song has a lot of chords, and I'm not a piano player.
Yeah. The most deceptive thing about David Bowie is that his songs sound simple, right? They sound like they're like 4 or 5 chords, and then you start playing them, and it's like, wait, there's 17 chords in this song.
So I started with that, and then Chris came in. This actually all started right before VIKINGO was an official band. It was Chris, Andreas, and myself we had been jamming around just for fun, but the band was not really a thing yet. And so I got into the studio and started recording this. Then Chris came along, played some drums. We added more guitars, bass. Andreas actually sang like a really super melodyne scratch vocal for it to have a map.
A Grinorinka version?
Yeah. And then I called my friends in Saga, which is an awesome string quartet here in LA, and I had them come over, and they're all huge Bowie fans. So they did their string parts in like 2 takes. It was just insane. It was so quick. And then after a while, so all that music was done, and then everything went on, kind of. It all got put in storage for a bit, and then we formed the band. Like Daniel and I said, I told Daniel, hey, I've been jamming with Chris and Andreas a lot. It's gelling really nicely. We've been talking about starting this rock and roll band forever. Let's do this. So the band started. We started writing for the band and stuff, and then after a while, Daniel said, like, hey, we should use Space Oddity for VIKINGO. So he's sitting on it. Yeah.
Wait a second.
I think what you're saying is that you had been playing us all along. Is that what I'm hearing? Because you're like, hey, Chris, you should record some drums on this thing that I'm doing, and hey, Daniel, you want to like start a rock band and like talking to all of us separately, masterminding.
Well, it's the world according to Sejo,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
we're used to rotating around Sejo.
His fantasies online.
Exactly.
So you guys have been playing now for a few years, doing stuff and recording and writing and stuff, and then why release this now?
We had been, we have a bunch of songs that we've been recording for the last maybe year and a half, and this one being one of them. I mean, this one started earlier, but it sort of became fully fleshed more recently. And, pandemic hit, and we're just all at home, and we're like, we have a little time to kind of like think about life and like, okay, how are we going to share this with the world? So we released 2 singles prior to this, and we figured, it would be a good time to release this one for Bowie's birthday. So that was kind of like, that was part of the reason. But I definitely think that the fact that we were kind of stuck at home for a while, I think it kind of helped us kind of like regroup and think about what to do. And I also think that this song kind of hits the spot right now because
Yeah.
of the loneliness that we're all experiencing. You know, we're all in our
We're all
capsule
in our capsules, yeah.
I miss you guys so much.
community. You know,
And the thing is, like, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but Bowie's gotten me through quite a few of these days, so it just kind of seems relatively apropos in that sense. Like, I kind of look at this as like solve for my soul, like actually being able to put out something. It's and something that's meaningful. Yeah, something that's meaningful.
It definitely and it resonates with so many people. Nicole, how did you get involved with these guys?
Well, if it were for me, we would have released this song like 3 years ago when we I remember 2 years ago, actually in 2018, I moved to LA because of Seho and Danielle. And the day I arrived to LA, I went to Seho's house to say hi, and he showed me the cover and said like, "Hey, would you like to sing this?" And I was like, "Sure." We recorded the vocals that same week, and that was 2 years ago.
That was
And
like your
ever
first
since-
week in LA?
Yeah, first
Wow.
week in LA, we did a Bowie cover. It was incredible. But after that, I was like, "Okay, when are we releasing this song?" He was like, "Okay, you gotta tell Andres to do this. You gotta tell Danielle to do this." So I was like texting everybody like, "I want to release a song now." Until I was like, "Okay, you gotta let it breathe," and we all got involved in just different projects. Like Seho, Danielle, and I have been working for the past like 5 years together. And well, they are both my producers, so we have a bunch of stuff that we have been doing, but this is the first time we actually get together and do something together, like their band and my project. So it was really, really awesome to put up a video together. And yeah, we were gonna release it last year, but then we said like we should do it like a special release, and we chose David Bowie's birthday, because what better gift than
No better day, right? No better day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring the missing member along.
Oh, we got a missing member.
Andreas.
All right, look at
Mr.
that.
Andreas.
Oh,
Hey,
Yes.
what's up?
Holy.
It's like 4:45 in the morning over there.
Can I just point out that
It's 1 in the
we're-
morning, but close enough.
Can I just point out that we have somebody in Barranquilla, Colombia, we have some people in LA, and we have somebody in Norway. I mean,
This is
if there's a silver
Bowie is
line-
universal. Bowie is universal.
exactly.
He's
That's why it's so
he's
hard
everywhere.
to schedule rehearsals.
Yeah, totally.
Andreas, what would you like to say about this cover of Space Oddity? And welcome, by the way.
Well, thank you. Well, I didn't catch most of the conversation now, but I mean, we had it was a lot of fun making it and coming up with the different things, and the way we kind of dove into it with kind of a free, like, we wanted to pay tribute obviously to the original, but at the same time kind of just be free in our creative spaces and kind of make it our own.
I think you guys you hit it out of the park. I mean, it's a faithful adaptation, but the vocals, the 3 vocal situation, that just seems like so many. That makes it stand apart. You know what I mean? I love that. I want to, and especially when I saw the video, really cool. If we can wrap this up with one sentiment for Bowie, what does Bowie mean to like each of you?
Okay, I'll start. To me, Bowie pretty much embodies what rock and roll is. It's someone that you can't define Bowie. You can't put Bowie in a box. Bowie can be genderless. Bowie can, like, one day he can do rock and roll, one day he can do electronic music, one day he can do funk. There's no limits, there's no rules. Bowie is, like, one day he's a man, one day he's a woman, one day he's the Thin White Duke, one day he's City Stardust. It's just he's like everything and everywhere, all at once. There's no no putting Bowie in the corner.
Nope.
And at the
Fearless.
same time, you would know it is Bowie. Like there's no like you always knew it is Bowie, and that I think that's the most incredible thing. What Sejo said yesterday in an interview that really stuck with me, he said he's like a chameleon, and he adapts to so many different styles and genres. Not only like in music, but also visually. Like he was an artist in all the sense of the word. So that's what I admire the most of him.
My take is he's a consummate artist. Like, he is an artist's artist.
Yes, definitely.
Totally. Yeah, I think that in this day and age where we are kind of forced to fit everything into boxes, just like how we are right now. We're in our little boxes, and whatever I want to communicate to you guys,
I can move these boxes around. Hold on. A little spice.
But you're moving the boxes within a box, right?
It's a little fancy.
We can only move our boxes within the boxes, and I think that actually is affects how a lot of the art that happens today occurs, where you are, speaking of music, right? You have to find a genre, right? Because I don't know, Spotify wants you to define your genre, or like all these things, right? Everything has to be.
They say pick a lane.
It's all drop down menus everywhere you go and boxes, and I think that for me, he was an inspiration in the sense that he was always pushing on those boxes and saying, well, like you guys were saying, right? One day I'm going to be doing this. One day I'm going to do this other thing. And one day I'm going to express my feelings through art or my thoughts through art, and another, through a movie or just a video or the way I'm dressing or a song, or the lyrics. So I think that should be an inspiration for all of us who want to do any kind of art and really, take it with us and use it as a reminder of what art is supposed to be.
And keep in mind that it's not just his art. He also pushed a bunch of really kind of radical for their time artists like Iggy Pop.
Oh yeah, if it wasn't for Bowie, Iggy Pop wouldn't be there.
Yeah, same thing with Devo.
Yeah.
Devo, Lou Reed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, his tentacles reached all over the place, and it was all about creating beauty in this world. Because I mean, it's kind of a weird world.
Yeah. Well, he was definitely a light. He was a star in this world and guided us all. What's next for Vikingo and everybody?
So we have a bunch of songs ready, or almost ready. So there's going to be more releases this upcoming year. Hopefully soon we can play out, but for the time being, we're just kind of like lining them up, and every so often, releasing new stuff. I don't really know this, but basically everyone in the band here is like a producer, engineer, something. So we're just
everyone's got their something.
Everybody has a bunch of different hats. So we are, in that sense, very self-sufficient. So well, somebody's mixing something, somebody else is writing a song, and somebody else is, So that's been really cool. And Nicole, I think you have some music that you're releasing soon too, right? Just as a fellow artist.
This is my first release as like my new project, Nicole Jadad. Previously, I produced with Sejo and Danielle as Coco Jadad, another stage name. But right now, I'm finishing up a new record that I'm planning for it to be released mid this year. But it all depends on what happens with the world, because I want to play, I want to do a bunch of stuff, travel. So we're planning on it, but there's gonna be a bunch of releases in the next couple months. So it's pretty exciting to start the year doing this awesome project with friends, people that I love and that I worked with for the past, 6 years, and start up new. So it's really exciting.
Well, thank you all for joining me in this little celebration of Bowie. And again, aplausos for you guys for such an amazing cover and great video. I love the video.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Much love and much luck to Vikingo and all of you. And may you live the most Bowie life possible. Be fearless and try it all.
All right.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
All right.
Cool. Take care.